Hello everybody, how are you? A very wonderful and absolutely amazing time here I'm experiencing, and I thought of including who all will be watching this video to be included in this absolutely fantastic thoughts which I will be sharing with you. Well, I have written it down in a chronological way as to what I will be exactly sharing with you. The first thing which I want to share with you is very nice. Hope you were enjoying the view as I was going through what I want to share with you. But then I think what I truly want to share with you is not something which I have written here, but now I feel like sharing something completely different. I feel like asking you something which is very fundamental. Do you feel great every day? Do you feel high on life? Do you feel in harmony with nature? When was the last time you just sat by yourself, completely relaxed, not bothered by anything, just you and your joyful thoughts, just your beautiful communication, just a fantastic harmonious vibe that's resonating with the nature? When was the last time you simply sat and just perceived life? When was the last time you felt very good, very nice about yourself? When was the last time you felt very nice without the approval of anybody? Well, the craving and the longing to be approved that you are doing and you are leading a great life by somebody is the greatest factor for all the forms of discomfort that you're facing in life. If you were free from what the opinions of people, if you were free from what other people thought about you, if you had the ability to feel good about yourself, if you had the ability to feel nice about yourself, when would you like to experience that feeling? Just think about it for a moment. Now suppose if you are intelligent enough, which is what I presume, why would you want to wait for some moment to feel good? You can just start feeling good about yourself right now. And watching the birds, watching the ocean. Now I'm already feeling great, and just to express my wonderful feeling, I come to these places. As I've shared in many of the videos, I don't travel to feel good. I feel good, and that's why I travel. I do things that I love doing because I love my internal states. Now it comes with enormous amounts of dedication. Like you have an aspiration to live a certain kind of a lifestyle, and you are paying the price in terms of time, in terms of energy, in terms of hard work, in terms of commitments. What is your commitment towards your own internal states? What is your commitment towards finding time in harmony, experiencing time in harmony? There was a person and he had a lot of money. And when I say a lot of money, he was a billionaire. That billionaire was always rude to people, was always frustrated. But people loved his products a lot. People just enjoyed his products. And somewhere there was a norm that was established by all the CEOs, all the chairpersons of the companies, by the board of directors of various organizations. If you want to be great, you want to take your company into $1 billion company, you want to become a billionaire, you have to be rude to people, you have to be nasty to people, and you have to be more nasty to yourself. Well, today if you go to Silicon Valley, most of the people are very nasty. There is always this pressure which is built. There's always this pressure of not getting settled. Don't be settled. Just keep growing, keep growing, keep growing. Whatever you achieved is nothing. What is the next? What is the next? Just increase the bar. Just increase the benchmark of success. Putting new targets, putting new roles. Why? Because somebody who was extremely successful led that kind of a life, and somewhere he has made a projection that only and only if you are being nasty to yourself and being very, very harsh to the people who are working in your organization can you create excellence, can you make billions, can you turn on the sales engine the way it is desired for the growth of the company. So this kind of a example, people bought it, people lapped it up, because especially people in positions of power and authority in the Silicon Valley lapped it up because they also wanted, they're highly ambitious, and they saw that there is a man here, but they are still failing to recognize what he shared in his speech in the Stanford University. He said the moments he rejoiced was the food that he ate from a temple. He rejoiced, and he had also advised another billionaire to go and visit an Asian country called India in the Himalayan regions to find true meaning. Because at the end of the day, all that matters is joyful time. And this is something that he too was advising. He said, don't take life too seriously. This was his own very words that he spoke. But unfortunately, that is never ever taken into consideration by people. Life is too short. Ask yourself, what are the moments you love to create? See, every moment that you want to create, maybe there is a material value associated with it, or there is no material value associated with it. But you choose in the scale how many things that you feel you are able to do and you are able to do. Everybody cannot do everything. Like you cannot, afford to spend, like there are a lot of people who are having crores in their bank account, but if they spend 1 crore every day for the next 300 days, that's it, 300 could finished. And that's it. I don't know what will be their inflow coming in. If the inflow stops, that's all. So all that I'm saying is, you have, let's say 30 days, some months you have 31 days. In that, you sleep for 8 hours. The another 2 hours goes into this bathing, going and cleaning yourself up, eating food. So you got 10 hours. Another 2 hours miscellaneous. Take it. They say no miscellaneous, whatever it is. I'm not able to pronounce it rightly. Maybe. Vague expenses, or you can call it miscellaneous or miscellaneous. I don't know. It's not coming into my pronunciation right now, and I am not ashamed to admit it. Why? I may learn it. I may learn it, in fact, right now. And that's beautiful, isn't it? That's what we need. We do not want to feel ashamed of what we are able to do, or what we are not being able to do. And somewhere there is this deep sense of regret that people experience. Let's see what would be the word. So there's no internet. See, there's internet, there's no internet. There's no internet, no problem. So sometimes you try and you want to, share it in a very good way. You want to correct your sentence. So maybe it is miscellaneous expenses. I don't know. So there's no problem in making a mistake. See, now whatever I'm doing, it is not deliberate. A few people may think, Karthik, you are speaking so well. How is it that you are not in a position to pronounce this word? You think you're not able to pronounce miscellaneous? You're not able to say miscellaneous expenses? You know the word that it is like vague, unforeseen expenses. Is this something that you have just created? Is this something deliberately that you are doing that you cannot pronounce this word? No. Whatever is the reality is the reality. And I don't want to edit this for one single reason, that people should not feel ashamed to admit whatever you don't know, you don't know. Maybe I will learn this pronunciation and I will use this word. See, while I'm expressing, because I don't prepare my speeches or I don't write it down, it's completely an expression of my thoughts that just come very spontaneously from these spaces. Wherever I love to express, I express because I enjoy expressing. So maybe there are some words which I may not be in a position to pronounce, but that doesn't mean I must shy. I must hide it. No. I learned more. I become a more better person. I accept myself more well. And there's a deep feeling. There's a deep clarity. And that is exactly what we need. Excuse me. So let us learn to express ourselves about things that we love. Let's say if we love something, we love something. If we don't like something, we don't like something. What about it? What's wrong in it? What's wrong? See, this is what is happening to a lot of people. When you get into a phase where you're not able to do something, and especially when it is in a public domain. Now this is in a public domain, I'm going to be posting it. People will make fun of it, people will make memes of it. You may think, okay, you know what's happening, people are going to make fun of me. No. You don't focus on the people who will be making fun of you. Rather, you look at what would you gain by accepting yourself, by accepting your shortcomings and growing yourself. You will be in a far more stable position internally than all those people who are just laughing at you. And who are those people who are laughing at you? Who themselves do not have any job, who themselves are trying to, make some money by, making fun of others. Think about it. You don't necessarily have to feel bad about those people who have disrespect for others. You have to find your own internal state and balance. So do not feel ashamed if you are not in a position to express something. Accept it. There is no problem in accepting it. As you have terrible people, you also have wonderful people. And that is beautiful. That is wonderful. And that's what we need. We need more wonderful people. You will be connected to some awesome people. There will be a moment when you are making an error and it might be costly, it might be expensive. Don't be afraid. Amazon would not be what it is today if it had not made mistakes. Tiger Woods would not have been what he is today if he has not made any mistakes. There is no research that would ever take place until and unless you are allowing a lot of mistakes. There's hypothesis. So in the very first instance, you don't get it right. So in life also, you're not going to get everything right in the very first instance. You will not find, sweetness. You will not find joy. You will not be able to be at your best levels in the very first instance. But that's being said and done. It's fine. You need to ask yourself, what is it that you desire? What would you want to do in your life? Are you able to accomplish that? What is it that you define, as I told you in the starting? Are you dependent on people's appreciation? Are you still looking and waiting for their approval? No. You have to take a stand. You have to decide. And this is the moment for you to decide. If you don't take the necessary steps, if you don't take the necessary actions, if you do not take the necessary steps immediately to work on your internal states and fuel the joy, fuel what does it mean for you to experience a joyful time. What does success mean to you? And not a very, very generalized idea of success. Don't ascribe, don't subscribe to the generalized idea of success. For me, being in these spaces, experiencing this joyful time, I'm feeling the high of life. Is a successful life, and I'm able to do that. I'm able to create that possibility to myself only because I don't compete with my competition. I created my own world. My workshops, my training programs, they happen specifically to certain people, and it's amazing. It's giving me the freedom of time. It's allowing me to buy what I want, lead, more so importantly, understand the presence of grace. I always say Jai 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 Balaji. It is very, very wonderful to say Jai 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 Balaji. Get immersed in devotion. Jai 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 Balaji. It's a beautiful feeling. I always feel we all need to connect to a higher force, because there is an intelligence of the higher force, and when you allow the higher intelligence to function through you, life becomes easy. Otherwise, to go through the intellect is it's just like a donkey's job. I don't like to be like a donkey. Smart and intelligent move is to allow the intelligence, the higher intelligence, the uncluttered intelligence to function, and the mediums to make that happen. Lord Balaji is a powerful medium. For you it may be Jesus Christ, for someone it may be Allah, for someone it may be Guru Gobind Saab, for someone it may be Gautama the Buddha, for someone it may be Mahavira, for someone it may be Yallama, Pochama, Maisama, someone it may be Kali, for someone it may be Ganesha, for someone it may be Hanuman. So they are all been created for some specific purposes. For somebody it may be Shiva, for someone it may be, for Jews it may be completely different. The holy book may be very different. So it's fine. You must connect to a higher force, higher possibility, because without a higher possibility and connection, it's never ever possible to experience life in a deep way. You will never be able to experience the joy of being alive in the planet and go through life unscratched if you are not going to operate from grace. You need the presence of grace. No matter how skilled you are, how talented you are, you need grace. Only when you have grace will you be able to experience the beauty of life. Will you wake up? Will you stand up to the possibility of a very, very powerful presence? So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you've been here all this time, I really enjoyed communicating with every one of you. Have a very, very fantastic time with yourself. May you know the true meaning and joy of a blissful living, and don't compare yourself with anybody. It's worthless. Good day.